Hi guys, TISP Research and Development. Um, there's some things I probably should have let you guys know uh, um, that they try to make this in some kind of oh, you're a sinner, you're the wicked or whatever, da, 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 da. And they're like the four horsemen, and they're ones that cast upon the judgment upon man and woman, on this earth, right? But through my research, after I shielded, one thing I was wearing Magneto Resurrection, and after some time from the very first prototype, I would get freer and freer from the frequencies that keep you in a lie, the lies that are being told, and the deception that keeps us off balance, or chakras off balance, or our minds off balance to believe this false narrative. People that just freaking lie through their teeth, and we can't help but to freaking carry on that. It's worldly, and then I started, along with the shielding. I made some other different ears. You've seen my videos, and these are the best ones. These things are beautiful. I feel them going, and it ricochets, and I would feel the freaking pressure up against my ears, against different places, and especially against the glass, and especially against my eyes. I mean, they can put so much information just by those two places, because it immediately goes straight to the information to your brain. Um, but through shielding, and then after I started shielding the eyes, things started dropping off. I shielded the ears, things started dropping off. I started healing even more. I started wearing a day cap, and it shields my brain, and things started dropping off even more, and then more, and then more. I thickened up the moo metal and added brass for healing, and then more, and then more, and then I added some titanium to my chest plate, more and more. Now I felt them take direct, solid hits to my heart, and I could feel the pressure. I could feel the little needles on my muscle, but it's not getting through. Good detoxification of the heavy metals that are getting sprayed every day is best, with Corella. That's the only thing I've been taking. I haven't done anything else because I'm very, very, very busy. Um, and plus, I have like a magneto suit where I have magnets, plates that I put on my shoulders, my chest, and I'm going to add to my stomach and my back that I wear at night. And this right here, because I wear my armor 24/7, if you didn't know. I don't take off any of my shielding whatsoever. I have different ones for my ears. I mean, it's all the same, but these are some scrap glasses that wasn't working too well, and so I took them apart. They're NM and radiation glasses that cost me about $600, but OZP Russian goggles, they work beautifully. At which I actually made glasses out of. I made another pair, but the uh, the blue fell right off, and that right here is added to the OZP, which is I cut and I put into a pair of nice Oakley glasses that came off of when I needed the radiation glasses. I had to take apart to prototype and test the ears and stuff like that, because I went from a glass piece that went here and then two glasses on both sides, saddled my ear, it burned out the freaking, because it had copper in it, and then any kind of moo metal helped a little bit, but when you got two pieces of metal on either side, it's going to arc out, and so it burned and cut through on the top here and left a nice big welt in the side of the scar tissue right here on both sides. And then now finally, starting to make leashes on them with the little ear clip and the earbud, 5 layers of radiation glasses, point 0.75 MMBM, which is perfect. Make them kind of wide. They want to wedge them. You want to lick it. Make them wide, and then you want to wedge them in there inside the hole, and then where it stays wedged. Because if you make them too thin, it'll slip out easier. You just got to kind of gauge the opening of your ear. Anyways, this is what I was trying to get at and let you guys know that, through my shielding and then research going, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. If these people operate behind our eyes, and if they control our brain, because I'm working with the TI right now, and she actually put her pistol on her dresser where her bed's at. She thought it was someone that did it, but she's the only one that knows the code. There's only another person inside the house. They probably mind controlled her. She got up, she went in there, didn't realize it, made her forget. Because I talked to another guy, another TI, that said he's been going outside, not even knowing it. So this is why you drain from heavy metals. She hasn't had that episode since. I built her a helmet. I loaned out one of my Magneto helmets and stuff like that. She lives right, close. So, but she's going for the full freaking armor of God, which is, I built it. She's serious about it, and I like that. I truly appreciate it because someone's actually listening to me. I've spent a lot of my all my retirement from ironworkers and a lot of my trust, but I'm not freaking. My trust is from my bodily injuries throughout my life from working. Nothing of any family or any freaking lucky-go-lucky things like that. I'm highly skilled. But what I've learned is that if they're getting someone to function, and plus all the videos and the research I've watched through these serial killers and these people that do bad things like, children, and rape and everything like that. And, if you have any like light sin or something that's probably dirty or whatever like that, they put things in my head too. But the thing is that I'm not of sin, because what I learned is, the sins are the eyes of the beholder, the eyes behind the eyes. So if you think that you're of sin, or that you're a sinner, or that you are being tortured and tormented because of your sins and your wickedness, well, let me tell you something. They will get an instigator, get you to go in your head and think things and do things that are not of your thinking. Without these, because the music says the wicked, like Megadeth, wicked from their cages. The wicked is them. They do all kinds of dirty to man in their brains. And people, they fall for it because, it's like you either choose good or evil, what you do. And they have put me in many thinking parameters where it's trying to get me to do something evil to another. And I'm going, no, fuck that. Who am I to freaking, to do that to that person? Do unto others what you would like to be done unto you. So, automatically that kicks in. And besides, I ain't got the time to do the time. And on top of that, and besides, you could scar that other person, for life. It's like you got to be really watching your actions. That's why the Bible says guard your mind. But I'm telling you, if you do have a sin or something that you think is wicked or something that's tormenting you, that's them putting in your head repeatedly. And I'm telling you what, one thing, that is not your sin. That is whoever was behind your eyes, in your brain, to freaking mind control you, to get you to do that sin. It was up until I fully healed to understand that this is what the Creator was guiding me to see, guiding me to notice, guiding me to know. And He guided me through everything I needed to know about these people. They're not anything of they're gods, or they're God or the devil or anything like that. No, if you read your Bible carefully, as Adam and Eve, They're the one that bit the apple. See, the apple is the fruit of the tree, right? The tree is up in the sky because they say the tree is up and the roots are below. We are the roots. So you see, when they tell you that your third eye and that, oh, we gave you this knowledge. No, no, no. What they do is they take that and they lie to you and they deceive you and go, we gave you that knowledge. When in actuality, it's coming from the roots. The roots in our DNA from our ancestors because what's been, everything has been done before, if you think about it, and when they use your brain and get in the pineal glands, it's because they're trying to get in connection to be the middleman, which is the third eye, and your chakras are the true connection to the universe and to the knowledge, and to be able to bust through and achieve things that most people can't. And see, it's not until really breaking through here. You don't need to meditate. You don't need to my meditation is in my work, in what I do, and the beauty of it and the artistry, of my works, and me helping people. And that's the major thing in my life. That's very addictive. It's not like addictive, like, oh, it's a drug. No, to do good, to help people, and to be a true light and not have a snake tongue, and to be in truth. Truth will follow you. That's why it says truth will set you free. And once you dig into the truth of them, then it'll set you free. And this is why, they've been light on me. I don't know if because what it does, my armor, what it does is because it reverse engineered it, and the energy that comes within me, they're electromagnetic and freaking frequencies, which actually turns into electromagnetic and as well as energy for the speed of it. That's how it works. That's how you get. Anyways, um, and because I do this, they don't hit me even more because it just powers me up, gives me courage and everything. Because I got brass inside here, and the titanium's, oh, it's amazing. I just can't wait till it starts oxidizing some more, and then when it oxidizes, it really brings out, you know, the oxidization, and any pathogens, it will be destroyed like that. Google it. I mean, freaking literally, Google it. And look at freaking titanium oxide, and it's amazing. I'm gonna start making or masks where all it does is it'll clip onto a button over here, or I have a neoprene Velcro, but it'll cover here. You'll be able to breathe out here and down below. But the thing is that you don't need to be totally covered. It's the energies that get jammed down the throat that attack the heart, attack the nervous system, and then that's the other way to get in, and then attack down here, and it hits your central nervous system, and then they'll whip you into convulsions. That's why you see some of these COVID victims. Come on now. These people are depopulating. They hit those different things to make you feel that it's freaking like some disease or pathogen or whatever. And when I saw a COVID victim, and come on, how did they film that very moment when that lonely guy standing on the sidewalk by himself, he starts doing the freaking vibrating, and freaking his body's giving out because he's getting hit by electrical energy, frequencies. And all he had to do is take off his shoes and go barefoot, put his hand on the concrete, and ground to Mother Earth. That is the major thing. They're trying to take us from Mother Earth. They've done it for years. They've done it with putting rubber on shoes. Even my moccasins are a little bit thick, and I have to take off my moccasins to actually get my feet grounded to Mother Earth barefoot. Even on my copper bed, that's grounded. I 2 points, 4 points down below, maybe even a body part. And this is the bed. It's a stiff bed. It's not all soft, comfy, Posturepedic or whatnot. But I sleep like a champ, and I wake up like $1,000,000, especially when I'm wearing the Magneto vest. And it's armor too as well. But I like this solid armor because I can put it underneath my clothes. It's not super heavy, and I'm not sticking to everything. Wearing magnets, sometimes I stick to things. Um, but to be able to know, what these people really are, they're just glorified peeping toms that are so empowered, that that because they're high up, nobody can touch them. They've conned everybody else. They mind control everybody else. They got into their heads. They send a voice of suggestion, and people think it's their own thoughts. And this is what people need to wake up about. The Bible was very specific. It said, "Put on the armor of God." So I did so. It said, "Put on the helmet of salvation." So I did. It says, "Guard your mind." So I did. "Guard your heart." So I do. you know, and the parables and everything comes to light once you're more freer from this energy and from their control. The one thing you people got to understand is that there are so many frequencies, even in those Gwen towers, those freaking cell phone towers, that I mean, come on, look at how much power's going into it. They've got certain things shooting off different frequencies all around the globe. I mean, they bit the apple, yeah, of forbidden truth and good and evil inside the people's pineal gland. That is the apple. They changed it to an apple, and it should have been that fruit you see the Sumerians are always holding, and the guy's holding a bag too at the same time. You know what that bag means? It means, they get into your pineal gland, see behind your eyes, speak through your brain, and then leave you holding the bag. Get it? The bag. And I seen that with Lennon, with the Beatles. Freaking the guy just went up, shot him, and then all of a sudden he woke up and he's like, "What just happened?" He just stayed there. They locked him in there and kept him there so he can go to prison. Now he's worshiping the same person that put him there and saying it's God. And it's very wicked, very wicked. These people have gotten so inside their head that the dementia, the psychosis is psychotic. And I mean, if you know anything about psychology, and if you're getting V2K or voices or whatnot, and these people are psychotic. Their thinking is psychotic. What I did with my research, I told these cats or dogs. I call them dogs because I'm a cat. I'm up on the fence like Bugs Bunny too. And they just try to get me, and they try to freaking they can't fool me. I'm not playing their games no more. My brain's not directed towards them. They can't lock me in to listen. They can't pull things out of my brain. I could be no mind, like literally no mind, where I don't have to think. I don't pay attention to them no more. The ears have lowered everything so much lower, and where it breaks up so bad that it's like if they shout, to try to get my attention, I just ignore, keep on going. I mean, it doesn't send that frequency to get your brain in a shock, to get your attention, to lock back onto them. This is why magneto resurrection is freaking the key to healing your brain. And because they got connection up top, to connect to every brain, every person humanly possible on the earth, and then through when you reach age 40, that's when they say your pineal gland opens. Well, if it's calcified or if it's fluoridated, you're not going to see that third eye. That's why people don't freaking make sure they lower their fluoride. Make sure they don't take any fluoride. Brush your teeth with fluoride, non-fluoridated stuff, and calcium too as well. And that calcium blocks our receptors. And the blood going through, and plus the chemtrails with the aluminum, it just slows it all down. And with the energies and the pressure and the altitude as well, that's why I stay here in the high altitudes. I guess I'm a Highlander, because lower, it puts so much pressure on my brain and my blood, and plus the energy increases that, and my legs start swelling, and my activity in my brain is slowed down. You know, that's the key thing. People that are living by the coast, you get slowed down when because the pressures of that altitude, freaking you're on ocean level zero, and all the chemtrails that are pumped in there, you may not see it, but wear a pair of amber glasses and you'll see the thickness of it. And it's thicker than you thought. It's supposed to look like it's cloaked, where it cloaks the sky so you don't see what's going on up top. You know, um, if you're being tormented with sin, that's them. It's their sin, not yours. Not yours, because they can mind control children as well. They can mind control. I mean, I know a TI that deals with children that say things to her. She thinks they're perps or whatever. It's like, no, they're mind control. They sit there in the city, breathing that air all the time. That's why everybody says, get out of the cities. You know, seek higher altitudes, but um, we are coming to a point. I'm just waiting for after the solstice equinox, and I believe because I was foretelling what I wanted to do, and then all of a sudden I put the pieces together. And I was like, and then I come find out because the creation shows me what's going to come, and it gives me the information as I need it, because that's what it says in the Bible, and that's what Jesus said. The creation will provide as you go along. When if you're on the right path, and if it's really bumpy, yeah. And then boom, right away, someone told me, well, it says that in the Bible, that the stars are supposed to fall, and that there's supposed to be an EMP freaking and then knock them stars out. I don't know what's going to happen to our vehicles and our electronics, but it's probably best. But the stars are supposed to fall, so that's why I'm really pushing for this campaign of everybody just going outside and smashing some drones, because those are the ones that put you in that position, that torment you, torture you, not your neighbors, you and your neighbors. Um, this is the only way you see is when you're free, when you're completely shielded and healed in your brain. You got to understand, when they riddle because of the connection, that's brain damage. It damages things, the cells and everything. And when you damage it, things, they could sneak things in your brain, and automatically you think that. Automatically you're looking over there. Why is that person looking at me? Perping me. And that person's hitting me with directed helicopter, hitting me with directed energy. That airplane. It's true. I hate to make any of you non-believers of what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, you're completely wrong. The only way to figure it out is from true healing. Even those people that sit there and meditate all the time. The reason for meditation is to keep you from achieving your greatest possibilities, that man can actually achieve, and to actually connect into your destiny. Everybody has a destiny. The creation does that for us. But they decided to take us away and make you into just some Cheeto eating, watching television boob tube, controlling your mind, as well as on your phone all the time. I've been really good at poetry lately. But, you guys got to pay attention. I'm on the money. I'm on the money. We got a new president, and it's just very wishy-washy, because the corporations and these politicians are really taking the limelight and the show, making us freaking stay inside our homes for what? So we don't see the solstice and equinox, that the drones are sitting outside, on the ground, so we don't pay attention to what's going on or see. See the heavens open up during the solstice equinox, 21st to the 25th, where the sun dies on, it says on the cross. And the cross in the old days is a way to see the sun. It was actually a cross to point out to get direction And so to see the planets or whatever, they put a cross on its side to get a like an azimuth or a directional point, to maybe make a point on Earth, and then so the sun will die. This is like ancient text and ancient history, freaking beliefs, and then on the 25th, on the third day, the sun will rise, and so the third day the sun will come back because during the equinox, which happens every 6,000 years, it will be behind all the planets that align, and in creating and probably uh, the planets, whatever's on these planets and its energy, it will pulse out an EMP, and then during that time it's going to be of darkness. Um, who knows how long we will be out from power, or if we even are or will be out of power, or be able to drive our vehicles. Detox from heavy metals, heavy, 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 heavy. We're a week into it. And go outside, stay out of your homes. During those times, I don't want you people sitting in here all the time when they're going to probably concentrate a lot of energy and then try to get people and get them and then claim it's coronavirus. A lot of people are going to be gotten, you know. And so I would like you to guys pay attention, go outside and watch these things, and then see if you can see some things behind the chemtrails. Um, if you can get out of that area, perfect. Go to a place where you can see. Um, I may try Big Bear, but I'm afraid if my vehicle doesn't work, then I'd rather be at home thumping freaking drones, because I'm really counting on it, and I have faith, and not blind faith, but I have faith that the stars will fall, because whatever it says in the Bible, it's gonna happen. If they figure out some way that ain't gonna happen, then oh boy, I can't believe someone changed the Bible. And if that changed the Bible, then I guess whatever the beliefs are about the demons, the Beelzebub or freaking Baal taking over, then he could be changed as well. So we could change that, and it's easily changed that, by these people will be the only people in their homes typing on a computer, freaking at home all the time. Those kind of neighbors that order Uber Eats all the time and whatever else, and don't, never leave the house. Those are the wicked in their cages, you know. You know what I mean? Um, there's my eye turning weird. No, I don't know. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. But I've got a lot on my list. I've got oh, look at that guy right there. I've got a lot on my list, and I'm backed up. Um, I gotta see if I can try to get things done before the solstice. I would like to get oxygen. At best, the particles in our air might be a problem. And if you have any problems with breathing, the best thing to get, if you want oxygen, go straight to your freaking blood system, is a cell food. You can get it at B&B or B, yeah, BJ's, BJ's, vitamins and stuff like that. Um, Cell food, or you can order it online. Get as much as you can, because if that EMP and they top it off with their energies, and if it boosts the energy, and if they're able to, bust out the oxygen above, you might want to have like a oxygen or air. I've been trying to get this rebreather, and I got to work on actually trying to get that, because having a doctor set up is like impossible, and so I might have to do some, some work, some wet work. But if anything, remember, if you have a hospital or like one of those day clinics or something like that, they'll have oxygen. So if you're desperate, you break in there. Trust me, you're trying to survive, and if you can't breathe or having a hard time, get to one. Get to one, bust a window. Who cares about the alarm? Power might be off anyways. Get some oxygen, and get it. Don't take so much. Be easy. Let it go a little bit of your nose, because too much oxygen can kill you too. Too much oxygen, but that's just a little warning. If it gets really super bad, don't be ashamed or don't be afraid of getting in trouble, because you're trying to keep yourself alive. You know. Anyways, it's all about survival. Strong will survive. Um, don't be deceived, and don't believe in the lie. Um, anyways, that's it for now. TISB Research Development out.